Okay, good afternoon class. So at this point we're looking at the grade 8, paper 2, November 2017 of our school. Okay? This is how many years ago? 5 years ago. So the current grade 12s is 2022, 21, 20, 19, 18. The current grade 12 was in grade 8, 20, 18. This is the year before they got here. Okay. So that group wrote this paper, matriculated last year. So you guys were like grade 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, here we go. So we are told that give two names for the triangle below. We had a isosceles triangle is an isosceles triangle, and it can be an obtuse triangle. An obtuse isosceles triangle. Not so? Right. Let's carry on with our lives. In 1.2 we are told that name the shape that has only one pair of opposite sides parallel, which is a trapezium or a trapezoid. The sum of the interior angles of a rhombus is, what does interior means? The sum of the interior angles of a rhombus is, add up to 360. Any quad adds up to 360 degrees. The sum of two angles is 180. They are said to be supplementary. If they add up to 90 degrees, would have been complementary. Okay. 1.5. Place a large stick in the net that represents a triangular prism. Now a triangular prism looks like this, no? Okay, we didn't do prisms with you yet, but which one is it going to be? Of course, it's going to have 3 rectangles, as you can see here, 3 rectangles and 2 triangles. So it has to be that one. Okay, that shape here is a pyramid. The second one is a pyramid, and this is going to be it's also a pyramid, but it's a triangle based, yes, but it's a okay, I'll tell you later. You all confusing me here with the wrong names. Okay, this is where all the triangles are the same. It's also like a pyramid shape. Your base is, you see, all those shapes is the same. Okay, that, what do you call this one? It forms part of the platonic solids, isn't it? It's a... you did this in primary, should have done primary. Yes, some of you did. Okay, I'll tell you just now, if I get to it. Just hang on, I'll tell you, relax. Okay, so, they want to know which face is opposite the 5. 1 is opposite the 5, absolutely. Okay, there's the 5. This is the base. That will be sides. So opposite this will be the 1. Okay. Next. What type of base shape? What is the base shape of the figure below? So this is a hexagon. 6 sides. Hexagon. Okay. 8 sides? Octagon. Okay, it's a hexagon here in this case. 7 sides? Heptagon. How many edges does the figure? It's question 1.7 have? So it says, how many edges? So, edges are these here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 with this here, no? 12 plus these 6, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 18. The perimeter of a circle circular object is called circumference. Yes, absolutely. Then, what is the capacity in liters of 1 meter cube? In liters, 1,000, isn't it 1,000? Let's check. We know that 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. That's a golden ratio. Don't forget, golden rule. Then, 1 meter square, 1 meter cube. So if you're going to make this 1 how many centimeters are there in a meter? So it's 100 centimeters equal 1 meter. So cube is going to be cube. So it's going to be 1,000,000 centimeter cube is equal to 1 meter cube. Okay? So if you got 1,000,000 meters cube, centimeters cube is equal to how many milliliters? 1,000,000 milliliters. Not so using this ratio. So 1,000,000, there's another zero here, 1,000,000 centimeters cube is equal to 1 meter cube. So how many milliliters are there in a liter? 1,000. Not so? So in other words, this would be 1,000 liters equals 1 meter. What did I say earlier on? 1,000. That was right. I could have been wrong, but not this time. Right. Next one. In question 2, convert 2.52 centimeters. How many centimeters are there in a meter? 100. So we multiply that answer by 100. So that's going to give you 250 centimeters. 250 meters square. So how many meters square are there in 1 kilometer square? Huh? Yes, if not, why not? Yes, Michael? Another copy. Alright, so how many meters square are there in 1 kilometer square? Okay, so we don't know. So we don't know, you don't know. Don't guess. So firstly, how many meters are there in 1 kilometer? 1,000. So if you want it in kilometers square, I just square everything. Can you see that? Which means to say there's 1,000,000 meters square in 1 kilometer square. Can you see that? So in other words, I must divide this by 1,000,000. Can you see that? So that's going to give you 0.25 meters square, kilometer square is equal to 250,000 meters square. Okay. Likewise, when it comes to the centimeters, you're converting from centimeters to millimeters. How many millimeters are there in a centimeter? There are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. Not so. Now they want it cubed. So what do? I cube everything. So it's going to be 1,000 millimeters cubed is equal to 1 centimeter cube. Okay? So in other words, you go into the smaller unit, so I must multiply. If you go to the bigger unit, we divide. So if you multiply this by 1,000, and move it 1, 2, 3 units, so it's going to be 25 centimeters, 0.02 centimeters cubed becomes 25 millimeters cubed. Okay? So that's that. The next one, we've done perimeter and area, correct? It says calculate the perimeter of the following figure. So how do you calculate the perimeter? The perimeter is going to be the sum of all these sides. So if I start here, it will be 5 plus 0.5 plus that. We don't know what that is. Okay? However, we know this whole length is 5. If that is 3, then 2 must be shared between those two values, which is 1, 1. Not so? But they should have told you that these lengths are equal. They should have said that those lengths are equal. Not so? But okay, they didn't. But we're assuming it's equal. So it's going to be 5 plus 0.5 plus 1 plus 3.5 plus 3 plus 3.5 plus 1 plus 0.5. Okay. So that gives us 5, 6, 7, 10, 13.5, 14.5, 15, I get 18. Is 18 correct? Right. So 18 centimeters in total. Then they ask you to work out the area as well. No, only the perimeter. Okay. The next question. They ask you to calculate the area of the shaded, I'm saying a shaded region here. It says calculate the shaded area of the shade. Okay? Assume that pi is 3,14. What did we say we're going to assume pi to be? 22 over 7. You'll see it will come an answer very close to that. So calculate the area of the shaded shape. So what do you notice here? The area of the shaded region is going to be, a triangle is the big shape, the area of the triangle minus the area of the circle. How do you calculate the area of a triangle? So half my base times the height minus, how do you calculate the area of a circle? Pi r squared. She's saying 2 pi r. When do you use 2 pi r? Perimeter, or the circumference of a circle. So if you investigate the shape here, what would be your base? This unknown here would be your base. Not so? Let's use the other color then. So your unknown here will be your base. But your height is 8. There's no problem. Not so? So how am I going to calculate this unknown? Let's call it x for now. How do you think you're going to calculate that unknown? Pythagoras. Can you see that, people? So how do we start off the theorem of Pythagoras? 17 squared. Why are we starting off by 17? The hypotenuse. How do we know it's the hypotenuse? Opposite the 90 degrees. There's another thing they missed in this question. They had to show it's 90 degrees. Or they had to tell us it's a right angle triangle. Okay? All of these things are overlooked. So 17 squared is equal to 8 squared plus x squared. So what is 17 squared? Remember we wrote down all these squares. 289 is equal to 8 squared, which is 64 plus x squared. There's 289 minus 64 equals x squared. So x squared is equal to 225. Not so? How do I solve for x now? Square root. And what's the square root of 225? Isn't it? 15? 15 centimeters. Okay? You see how many marks this thing bears? The sum. 7 marks. Okay. So what do I do now? It's going to be half. What's my base? 15 times my height. 8 plus, minus pi. What's the radius? Remember what is from circumference to circumference going to the center? What do we call that? Your diameter. But your radius is half your diameter, which is 2,5. Or 5/2, mustn't it? Squared. Okay, so we said it's going to be, we said we're going to use pi to be 22/7. So it's 22/7. So that goes 4. 4 times 15 is 60. Minus 22/7 times 25/2. 5 squared is 25. 2 squared is 4. So 4 goes into 2 goes into here twice, into there 11 times. Not so? So it's going to be 60 minus 25 times 11 is 25,025. It's going to be 275 over 14. So you got an LCM of 14. So it's going to be 14 times 60. So it's 0, 24, 6, 8, 840. So it's going to be 840 minus 275. So it will be 3 carry 1 is 5. It will be 7, 5, 13 is 6, 5, 6, 5. Is that correct? Over 40. Okay. So we can test it at the calculator as well. I know you guys are not going to use a calculator in the exam. So again, the values you're going to choose here for your radius is going to be values that is divisible by 7. Okay. So it's going to be half times 15 times 4. 15 times 8 minus, we said 22/7 times 5/2 squared. 565 over 40. Okay. If you convert it to decimal, for those of you using a calculator, we would have gotten 40, 336. But remember the question said that the learner could use pi to be 3,14. So if we had to replace that with 3.14, you see the answer would have been 40,375. Can you see how close it is? So it would have been pi at 3,14. It was 40,38 centimeters squared. Can you see how close these answers are? No? If they use pi in its original form, minus pi, then it would have given you 40,37. So pi as pi, you got 40,37. Can you see? 40,36, 40,38, 40,37. It's all within a set, very, very close to each other. You guys understand? And all of that, if the learner comes and he does an exam, he uses any of those answers we give it to. Okay? Unless the question specified. Use pi in its true form, or use pi to be 22/7 or whatever. You use it according to what is asked. Okay. A nice question here. Next question. 3.1. Find, giving reasons, the value of x and y. So x is equal to what? 32. Why? So x is equal to 32. It's vertically opposite angles. Then y going to be angles on a straight line. So you say 32 plus 90 plus y is equal to 180. These angles on a straight line. So y is equal to 180 minus 90 minus 32, which is 50, 82. Okay. You all agree? Right. Next. Find, giving reasons, the value of A, B, and C. The value of A, B, and C. So the value of A is 145. Why? It's vertically opposite. Okay, so that angle the same. B, 145. Why? Alternate, he says, or corresponding. Okay, both is correct. Both will get a full mark. Okay, so B is equal to 145. It's corresponding angles with AB being parallel to S. Okay. C, vertically opposite. You only vertically opposite the transversals intersect. Co-interior. Okay, but if you look at co-interior angles, what do you notice? There's no angle there corresponding. So I remember there's 145 lying there. Okay, is Miss Audie still among the living? Huh? Oh, she's now fine. Okay. I thought she's in a different realm there. Okay, so that is corresponding angles with EF now being parallel to CD. Don't label the wrong parallel lines. You will lose the reason. Okay. Next. You guys must use this writing space here. No? In your exam, you'll get also an answer book like this. Okay, so make use of those things. Also, in your answer book, you see I write on the diagram often. You see that, and I fill in what I've calculated. You do the same thing, but you do it on your answer book. Okay, you don't do it on the question paper. Do it on the answer book, so that the examiner can see your. Maybe sometimes we mark your diagram. Okay, that the angles are right on the diagram. Okay, but you don't know how to label it properly, and then we give you the mark. Okay. Even here it says find, giving reasons, the value of x. So we can go with the sum of triangles here, not so, but we're shorting R. But what do we know about R? R is equal to x. Why? Angles opposite equal sides. There is x there. Not so. Now we can say that x plus equals 180. Why? Sum of triangles. And this triangle R is 50. So that is 2x, not so, equals 180 minus 26, which is 154. And then divide by 2. So x equal to 70. Correct? So you say 76. 180 minus 26. Divided by 2. 76. Sorry? What did you say? 76. You see? Alright? Next. Find, giving a reason, the value of x. Co-interior angles. Co-interior angles adds up to 180. So we say that 2x plus 10 plus 4x minus 10 equals 180. Why? Coincident angles with AD being parallel to BC. So that's going to give us 2x plus 4x equals 180 minus 10 plus 10. Gives you 180, not so? So divide by 6 both sides, so x is going to be 30 degrees. Okay. Easy, no? So you say the exam is going to be so easy? No, listen, it's going to be easier. Why? Because you guys are practicing so much. Not so? Yeah. Sorry? Yes? Yes, well done. Give her a round of applause.
So, what I've noticed, especially with the math papers,
Yes?
that progressively over the years, the papers actually get easier than modern.
No. That's not true. It's because the more papers you do, you see the pattern, the same type of questions coming up over. If you are going to do this question only in the exam, then it's going to be the hardest paper of your life. But the more you practice, what do you notice? Easier it becomes. So in one paper, you might have not seen the corresponding angles there, or the alternate angles. But now the next time you do a different paper, it becomes easier to spot and easier to identify those things. You understand? When it comes to LCM, you've done it for 2-3 papers. The 4th, 5th, 6th paper, it becomes easier and easier. So it might look like it's becoming easier. No, you're just understanding the work better. You understand? Right. So find, give me reasons, the value of x, hence prove that. Okay, so first find x. Right, so how do we solve x here? No? People could use alternate angles here. No, why not? The lines are not parallel. It's only when the lines are parallel can I use it, the fact that that's alternate angles. You understand? So they were not given parallel first. It says giving reasons, find x. So we know that x plus 104 is equal to 180. Why? Straight line. So you get over the equal sign, so x is equal to 180 minus 104, which is 76 degrees. Can you see? Now it's 76. So how do we answer this? This is hence prove that those lines are parallel. So we say since angle E1, you see that angle? Since angle E1 is equal to F1, which is equal to 76 degrees. Can you see that? Since the alternate angles are equal, therefore PQ has to be parallel to RS. Why? Because the alternate angles are equal. But we do more of this in grade 9 when we prove lines are parallel. For now we're just working one way. Okay. Mika, let's take a go behind you. Is she okay? Dead? Wipe here? Yeah. Okay. Stop fussing. And yet your mothers and your parents think they're sending you to school, and you are that girl, that princess of us, that takes note of everything the teacher says, and makes notes and mental notes of everything the teacher says. Then when the report comes and they say, the teacher doesn't know what they're doing. No? They don't know what they're doing. So my princess always got 100% for maths.
So that's because you're a math teacher, so...
What?
So you're a math teacher, so your princess...
My princess?
Yes, so your princess is lucky.
No, but your parents must think that you guys are the...
No.
So both my parents are still like that, so they don't expect...
She will believe you whatever you say.
Okay, let's look at this question here. In a 10 over cricket match, you guys watch cricket?
No.
Watch cricket?
What?
No. Cricket.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, this is how it goes. In a 10 over cricket match, 10 teams scored the following runs per over. Oh, sorry, 2 teams. Why am I reading 10? 2 teams scored the following runs per over. So 1, 13, 14, 15, 17. Yo, they were smashed in. Huh? And there's a couple of zeros there. With no runs per over there. Display this data as a double bar graph on the graph paper provided. Okay, so a double bar graph. Did we do this already, sets? No. Okay, so I'm going to explain this. But I know most of you won't understand. Okay. But if you do, it's fine. Have you done stats in grade 7 last time? No. Dot ending. Yes. Okay, that you should understand. So this is how it goes. So I just need some space here. So a double bar graph will do something like this. Okay. So here we got team A. 10 overs. No? So we're going to have your overs here. And here's your runs per over. Okay. So now there's 6 balls in the over and all of these things. Okay. So if team A, the key is let the team A be an open block and team B be a shaded block. So in a double bar graph we must show the 2 different keys. Okay. What is representing what? So here's over 1, over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. So in team A, in the first over it has 7 runs. So the maximum runs is 15 here, no? Or 17. So if I go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that's not going to work. 14, 16, 18. Okay. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I'm not going to go in with ones because it is not going to, you're going to be fairly large. Yes, Michael? Sorry? Maximum is 22. Right. She's absolutely correct. So 2s are not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rather make each unit 3. So 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So yes, there it fits. Also, when we draw this graph, we try and draw it as large as possible. Not as small, no, as large as possible. Okay. So let's see here. The first over, so that's over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So over 1, team A scored 7. So that's 6. So 7 is just one above that. And team B is 5, which is below that. And that is shaded. So what I do is I put a 7 and a 5. Can you see? Then team A is 13 for over 2. So there's going to be 13. And 0, which is nothing. You don't have to write it. Over 3 is 14. 15 is, just one less than 15, so it's 14. and 11, just less than 12, and this is shaded. Okay? Over 4 is 0 and 22. There's a massive over for team B, however it's again shaded. But it was blank there, there's nothing there. Then nothing there and 2. Okay, that is 22, that is 14 and 11. 6 over 6 is going to be 15. There's also a massive over here. In terms of runs, and then they had nothing in that over. Again, you don't have to indicate anything. And over 7 is 17 runs. Is 1 less than 18. And then that corresponds to 13. That is shaded. So again, 13, 17, 15 and 0 of course then. 0 is on that side. 0 and so on. Okay. 12 over 8 is 12. So it's on the line here. Okay, 12 and 14. Okay. And then the over 9, 14 blank, and 15 is one more than that. 15 is on this line. Okay, you all agree with that? Hey boss?
Hi sir, how are you doing?
Good, good.
Sorry to disturb you.
Yeah?
Listen. You can just keep this conversation during break time, please. Come back now.
No problem.
Thank you.
You guys heard? Mr. Engel, can you can speak to you guys during break? So it's so that is 17 and 11. Alright. And that is a double ball. It's fairly simple. No? I think I must ask you this in the exam. Alright, listen. So there we display the dot in the double ball. 7 marks. Here is his calculated total runs scored for team A and team B. Okay, come now. Hello. So the total for team A, I must add up all these values here, not so. So it's going to be 7 is 20, is 34. 34 is 49, is 59, is 66, 78, 88, 98, 108 is 109. Check if I'm correct. You got 7 plus 13 plus 14 plus 15 plus 17 plus 12 plus 14 plus 17. 109. Okay, I was right. Surprise myself. Yes. I don't think I'm twice as lucky. But now you see the reason why we didn't do the section view is because you're not using a calculator. You see. So this, when we introduce calculators next year, the section we will cover in that book. Okay. In team B, there's going to be 5 is 16. 16, 17, 18, 20 is 40, 40, 50, 60 is 67, 77, 82, 93. Let's check. Check again if it's correct. So it's 5 plus 11 plus 22 plus 2 plus 13 plus 14 plus 15 plus 11. 93 is correct. Okay. Yes. Joe, I thought you were going to ask something mathematical. Don't be good. Alright, next question, people. The next question says determine the mean and median for team A. Mean and median for median for team. Why am I saying term? For team A. So the mean is like we work out the average of something. What we do is we add up all these numbers to team A, which is going to give you 109, and I divide it by the number of entries there are. In this case, how many overs are there? 10. So I say 109 divided by 10 is going to give you 10,9 runs per hour. Okay, which is fairly good. And then for your median, the median is basically the middle number I've sorted on. The middle number, the middlemost number. So what I do is I write team A's score in order from smallest to biggest. So I got 2 zeros. Then I have, what's the next, the next smallest number? Is 17. Then there's 13, a 12. Then we have a 13. 2 14s, 2 14s, and 15, and 2 17s. So what I do is I count these numbers to see that I have accounted for all of these numbers. So take a calculator away there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for the median, so what I do is I play a little game with myself in the exam. Okay. What I do is I put my finger, each finger on either ends. Can you see it? And I move towards the middle. Can you see it? There's 2 numbers in the middle. Can you see that, people? There are 2 numbers in the middle. Okay, so this is here. So if there's 2 numbers in the middle, what we do is we add them together. So I say 13 plus 14 and I divide it by 2, which gives me 13 and all. Now if there were, say there were 7 numbers only. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. There's 7 numbers. Okay? Okay? So the middle number here would have been 4. So your median would have been 4. Can you see? But since it's an even amount of numbers, so what I do is I take the 2 numbers in the middle, add it together, and then divide it by. Okay. So that's how we calculate the median. Okay, but more of this next year, inshallah. Whoever teaches you next year. Okay. How do you know? They must give me a break from you guys again. Astaghfirullah. Right, here we go. So, you see, but you haven't taught by the others, so you can't say it. You say I got the best handwriting. Alright, so question 5, alright, relax your bones, let's carry on. So in question 5 we are told that the tap of a container is left open. The graph below shows what happens to the height of the water in the container. Answer the question that follows. What was the height of the water in the container before the tap was opened? So the initial time before it was opened, it's going to be that reading there. Not so. So that looks like it's in the middle of. So firstly, each unit there represents 1. No? Each stucky there, each small line there represents 1. That's how I go 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Can you see that? Each part represents 1. So that is actually under 45, 46, 47, 48. I got 48. What do you guys get? 48. 48. So now you're feeling better, no? 48 what? Centimeters. Okay. How much water passed before the container was empty? How much water? How much time, son? How much time passed before the container was empty?
24.
It's from there to there, not so? So it's going to be 24. Okay. Let's carry on. Let's see what's the next question. Is the rate at which the water runs out constant, faster and faster, or slower and slower? Why is it constant? How do you know it's constant? The line is straight. Okay, well done. So it is constant. The answer is constant. Okay. Because if it was that it was going faster, then the thing would come down again. Why? Because at the time will be less. Can you see that? If it was that from this point, it goes slower. It will take more time to go empty. Can you see that? So as you can see, and as she correctly pointed out, that it's a straight line, it's consistent. So it's a constant flow there. What type of data is shown in this graph? Discrete to continuous. This is an example of continuous data. She's good. She's guessing all the right answers today.
No, someone guessing.
Okay, so explain to me, what makes that continuous data?
The answer is because the continuous rod has a line because the document goes away again.
No. It's because the data is actually measured and not counted. Like if we count how many people is in this room, there's going to be an example of discrete. Because there's no half people here. That's a that's personal. Relax. Likewise, we count the number of cell phones in this class. I don't know who brought half a cell phone. So that is an example of discrete data. It's either 5 cell phones or 6 cell phones. It's not 5 enough. For people, it's either 18 or 19 people. You understand? Whereas continuous data is data that's happening in between. Like if we take the height of people in the class. Not everybody is 1 meter or 2 meters. No. We got some people that's 1.4, 1.3, 1.7, 1.72, 1.75, and so on. You guys understand? What? Why you feel attacked? 1.2. So listen, we can't take you guys to the pool. You guys got stand. Yeah, you and the helper. As long as you and the helper is fine. Right, so you understand what's the difference between? So discrete data is data that can be counted, whilst continuous data is data that must be measured. But we'll talk about more of this next year. Okay. At what rate in centimeters per second was the water running out? So it was running at 48 over 24. So there was 48 centimeters over 24 seconds, which gives you 2 centimeters per every second. Okay, so it's 2 centimeters, it drops every 2 centimeters in 1 second. That's basically what it says. Okay, do you guys understand? It's nice work, this easy. Alright. So a dice is rolled and the outcome recorded. You guys know what's a dice, yeah? A die. So how many faces does a die have? A dice have? 6 faces. Right? You will have 1 dot, 2 dots, and so on until 6 dots. What's the probability that the outcome is an odd number? So how many of that is odd? 3. 3 out of 6, which is? Oh yeah, we did this work. Yes. What's the probability that the outcome is greater than 2? So what are my options? 3, 4, 5, and 6. Why am I not considering 2? It's greater than it. Okay? If it says what's the probability of the outcome being greater and equal to 2, I would consider 2. So it's 4 out of 6, which is 2 out of 3. Don't forget to simplify your solution. Okay. The last questions here quickly before Mr. Engel addresses you. A bag contains 6 blue marbles and 4 green marbles and 4 red ones. So it's got 6 blue, 10 green, and 4 red. Just give me 2 minutes, boss. Okay. So how many marbles are here in total in the bag? There's 20. There's 20 in total. The question says, what's the probability of drawing a blue or green marble? So how many blue are there? 6. Green? 10. So the probability is going to be 6 plus 10 over 20, which is 16 over 20, which is 4 over. What's the probability of drawing a purple marble? So the purple, 0 out of 20. So that basically brings us to the end of our paper 2. Alright. To the group, I will send you the next paper, of which I want you guys to complete paper 1. Okay. People enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon, class.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Good day, everybody. How are you? You all fine?